conditioning. So look forward to having the class with you today. Don't forget, if you have some water nearby, that would be great. Yoga mat for later in the class, and also hand weights for later in the class. And if you're just getting started, I would recommend 2-pound hand weights or 3 maximum until you feel comfortable enough to add on to that. A couple other reminders. We want to keep our shoulders low and relaxed throughout the class unless instructed by me. And also find a rhythm with your breathing throughout the class. This class is modified as needed. So again, just depending on how you're feeling today, what kind of medical condition you have. Again, you're on your honor system, so it's modify as needed for yourself. We talk about our lower abdominals here, the core between our 2 hip bones, our pubic bone, and our navel. So when I say feel your core, I want you just to kind of tighten things up in there, kind of, again, scoop the belly in, and try to do it without clenching the thighs or the glutes. We also talk about our obliques along the side of our body, between our ribs and our hip bones. Again, these are like our waist muscles. So every so often I'll also mention our obliques along with the core. When I say that, just tighten things up a little bit, and again, use those muscles primarily when you're moving. Okay, so here we go, and we're going to get started. Let's take some deep breaths. And as you're breathing, become aware of the sounds around you. You might hear some sounds around me. And welcome to my backyard. And as you're breathing, maybe you're exhaling tension from your body as needed. And we'll go ahead and release our neck muscles a bit and just start to rotate our head going one way. Again, keeping shoulders relaxed. And we'll come on back to center, and let's reverse. And we'll come on back to center. Let's just go ahead and nod chin to chest and hold. And come back to center with the head. And we're going to lean the head over to one side and hold, and just feel that neck getting nice and long. Go ahead with the shoulder underneath that long neck. Just go ahead and lower it just a little bit. And then bring it back to center. And then bring it a little bit behind you. Bring it back to center and a little bit forward. And bring it back to center. And bring the head back to center. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Just lean the head. Neck nice and long. The shoulder on that side underneath the long neck, just lower it a bit. Bring it back to center. Let's bring it back behind you a bit. Back to center and forward and back to center. Let's go ahead and bring the head back to center, nod chin to chest, and now bring your hands up and massage the back of your neck with your fingers, your thumbs. Dig in as needed. And now we're going to go ahead and just drop one arm. Leave one hand on the side of your neck, and again, lean the head over so that side gets nice and long, and continue to massage. And then we'll come on back to center. Let's reverse that. Drop the hand, and the other side now comes on up. Lean the head, long neck, massage that side. And then come back to center, bring the other hand up, and continue to massage all around the neck, back of the neck, whatever feels right for you. And if you want to traction the top of your spine a bit, again, modify as needed, but if you'd like to do that, just gently clasp your hands along the side of your head, right underneath your ears, into that little bony area above the jaw, and just press in gently and press on up, straight on up. And then bring it down. If you want to do it one more time, go ahead, nice and tall. And bring it down and bring everything down and just shake it out. Shake out the shoulders a bit. Go ahead and shake out your elbows. Work your elbows in different directions. And then let's come on down to the wrist and just do the wrist in circles one way and the other. If you want to do the floppy hands, you can do that. Just try to release tension from the hand and the wrist. And then come on down to the fingers and manipulate the fingers a bit. And then go ahead and do circling with the thumbs one way and then the other. Go ahead and work your jaw around in a circle one way and reverse. And again, just kind of shake everything out through the whole body. All right, let's check into our core for a moment. Again, those lower abdominals between your two hip bones, your pubic bone, and your navel, just scoop in a little bit. Try not to clench the thighs or the glutes as you do this. Let's lean on one leg a little bit, and then just bring up the other leg and just kind of shake it out. And if that feels okay to you, to bring it up a little bit more and open up the gate from the side, you're certainly welcome to do that. And bring it back down, shimmy it out through the body a little bit. Let's go ahead and try the other side. Again, feel your core. And here we go. Lean on one leg a little bit, bring up the other. Just again, shake out the leg, that's up. And then bring it on up a little bit more and open up the gate on this side. And come on down and just kind of shake everything out again. Let's go back up to the head. We're going to have a fictitious piece of chalk on our nose, blackboard in front, and let's do some small circles going one way. Again, you can start slow and small, and if you want to get bigger, you're welcome to do that. And we'll come on back to center and reverse. Small circles going one way. And again, if you want to go bigger, you are certainly welcome to do that. And we'll come on back to center. Again, shake everything out, loosen it all up. Let's do our no flow with our head. So it's just, again, shoulders forward, pelvis forward, and it's just our head going from one side to the other. Take your time. And now let's bring our shoulders along with our head. The pelvis is still forward, so really it's just your upper torso that's moving and twisting. And again, just feel the muscles around your ribs sliding around. Feel the back muscles stretching out a little bit. Now, let's go ahead and release the pelvis and have the pelvis go along with the torso, the shoulders, and the head. And just feel the twist going down through your legs, down through your knees, down through your ankles, into your feet. Go ahead and wiggle those toes. Feel the arches moving, feel the edges, the heels, and then slowly work it back on up to the pelvis, where the pelvis will now stay forward, but we'll continue with the upper torso twist, the shoulders and the head in line, and come on back to center, and just again, shake it all out. All right, let's go ahead and have a little space between our feet. We're gonna go ahead now and break a rule, but we'll bring a shoulder on up to the ear. And as we do that, let's lean on over now and slide the opposite hand down the side of the leg. And just find a spot that feels just right. Maybe a little challenging, but I don't know if you can go much farther, and then take a deep breath into the stretched out lung. And then if you'd like, go ahead with that shoulder, dome it on over forward, and then as you do that, look down at your hand going down the opposite leg. Again, rhythm with your breathing, and then remember we talked about our obliques along the side and the core. And here we go, tighten everything on up as you twist back to center and come on back straight. And shake it all out. Let's do the other side. Shoulder up to the ear, and then opposite side hand slides down the leg. And again, just take your time. Find an area that feels just about right. Deep breath into the stretched out lung. And then again, with your shoulder, go ahead and move it forward. Dome it on over as you look down at the opposite leg, the hand. Feel the nice stretch. And then with your obliques along the side and your core, tighten it all up as you lift your torso back on up to center and shake it out. Let's bring an arm up nice and high. And again, just let the ribs just pop on up off the waist. That's okay because we're really working on stretching more underneath the armpit and feeling it all the way down the side of our body into our hip. And just keep it going if you can get nice and tall and long and straight on this side. And then, here we go again. Let's rainbow the hand over the arm and opposite side hand slides down the leg again. And if you want to have some imagery, just think of yourself as a wheel. Try to round it all out. Again, deep breath into the stretched out lung. And if you want to dome over your arm now, forward, and again, look down at the opposite leg. A little bit more stretch of the lats in the back. And there we go with our core and our obliques. Tighten it on up if we lift everything back up to center and bring it back and shake it all out. Guess what? Other side. Here we go. Other arm. Nice and long. Again, just let those ribs just pop on up off the waist. But feel the lengthening out under the armpit all along the side, down to your hip. Nice and tall. And then here we go. Let's rainbow the hand and the arm over the head. Opposite arm slides down the leg. What's your imagery? If you want to use something about being rounded, like a wheel. Deep breath. And if you'd like, again, to use your arm and dome on over the front, get a nice little stretch in the upper back area, looking down at your opposite hand. And use your core and obliques, and here we go. Bring everything back on up to center, and release and shake it all out. All right, let's do a little bit of resistance work. Let's just go ahead and press our hands together. And just go ahead and play around with that. See how that feels. What kind of parts of the body are tightening up as you do that? Do you feel it in your core? Do you feel it in your shoulders, your chest, the obliques along the side, the back? Let's go ahead and push one hand into the other so hard that you're moving across your body one way. And then the other hand says, wait a second, I'm pretty strong. So push that back in all the way until you're moving again to the side. And the other hand says, well, wait a second, and go ahead and push back to center. And then go ahead and turn your fingers forward and push your arms forward. Continue the resistance as you push into the hand. Where do you feel it? Shoulders, arms, chest. Go ahead and bring your arms down. Continue to press. Bring them on up. And then let's go high. Let's bring them all up high. And now release the hands, palms forward. Release all the tension. Keep the shoulders low and relaxed. And just hold them there for a moment. Now, let's bring the arms up a little higher. Grab a wrist. Give it a tug. Let's do a nice stretch on the side. And you're not collapsing on the inside. So you got that C curve on the inside where you're still stretching the inside a bit. Deep breath into the stretched out lung and then come on back to center and let's reverse. Same thing, nice stretch along the side of the body and a C curve on the inside. Deep breath and come on back to center and shake it all out. Back to the hands, just because when we press into the fingers, I'd like you to press now back into one hand and open up the fingers and the palm a little bit more on one hand. And then let's reverse. Press gently into the other hand, the fingers, opening up the palm. And then you can go ahead and slide one hand on top of the other, gently push it down. See if you can open up the top of the hand a bit, maybe your wrist. And then let's reverse. All right, and bring it on down and shake it all out. Let's bring our arms out to a T. Let's splay the fingers out nice and wide and just hold for a moment. Let's bring the arms a little bit behind us. Push the chest forward just a little bit. And then bring the arms back to center. And then bring the arms a little bit forward and go ahead and curve those arms a little bit. We've got a big giant tree in front of us. So let's just kind of gently hug that tree. And then we're going to bring our arms back to the side. And we'll go ahead and do our standing cat-cow now. So we're going to scoop the belly in, bend the knees, nod chin to chest, and hug that tree that's gotten a little thinner so that you can really get some traction if you want, some engagement, feel it in the arms, the shoulders, the chest. If you want to go more into squat position, you could push the glutes down and out a little bit. Keep the weight on the heels. And then slowly bring everything back on up to center. Bring the arms a bit behind you, chest forward, deep breath. One more time, collapse everything in, scoop that belly in, nod chin to chest, bend the knees, and hug the tree. Again, you can feel engagement, you can release muscles, whatever feels right for you today, but let's slowly come on back to center. Bring the arms again, bit out and behind you, chest forward, deep breath. And bring everything down and shake it out. All right, we're going to continue a little bit more with resistance work. So we have this fictitious bar. Many of you know about this bar already if you've been taking my classes. So go ahead and give them a grab. And now nice and tall again, lower back flat. Shoulders are low and relaxed, but you are pulling down with resistance. Where do you feel it? Shoulders, arms, back, chest. And then that's going to push on up with resistance. We're going to twist over to one side, pelvis forward, and pull on down. And push on up. And let's twist back to center. We're going to go the other side. Twist to the other side, pull on down, and push on up. And again, back to center. That bar is getting longer and wider. Bring it out as wide as you can. It's stretching, it's stretching, it's stretching. Bring it out to the side. You're bending it. You're bending that bar. Keep bending, keep bending. Keep bringing your arms down. All the way down. Palms up. Grab the bar and pull it in with resistance. Turn the palms forward and push on out. Palms back towards you. Pull in. One more time, palms there, push on out, up to the top. One more time, bring it down, and now we're going to bend the bar forward and push the sides of our arms together, the sides of our hands. Feel the engagement, the chest, the shoulders, the back, the obliques, the core, and slowly release and shake it out. Very nice. Remember, you can always take a break anytime you need to. Here we go. Let's go one shoulder back. Hope everyone's doing well today. And forward. And we'll go other shoulder back. And forward. Let's go both shoulders back. And forward. We're going to go one shoulder at a time forward. And then we're going to reverse that and go back one shoulder at a time. And release and shake it out. Let's go ahead now and clasp our hands behind our back. Nice and tall, pushing the chest out as your arms come up behind you. And when you get to that spot again, that just feels that that's the spot, you can't go much farther, go ahead and take a deep breath. And then slowly bring down the arms, keep the hands clasped, shake them out a little bit. Let's do the other side. Well, I'll turn around the other way, but you can be exactly where you are. So go ahead, nice and tall, arms up behind you, chest forward. Find that spot that you really can't go any farther, and then take a deep breath. And then bring everything down and shake it out. Right. Shoulders, arms, and chest is so important. So we're going to do some more. We're going to bring an arm across our chest, pull it in with the other arm, forearm, wrist, or hand right above the elbow and the tricep area. Get yourself some nice solid traction and leverage, and then pull on in and twist. Here's where you can look at different parts of your room or wherever you are. And then bring everything back to center, but now push that long arm back into the bent arm, the wrist or the hand. Again, feel engagement in those muscles in your arms, your chest, your shoulders, your back. Slight release, pull back in, stretch, twist. Come on back to center. One more time, we're going to push that long arm back into the bent arm. Again, where do you feel the engagement? Always check into your core. Those lower abdominals, you can always squeeze them down there. Try not to do it without, don't clench the glutes or the thighs. Little release, last time, pull back in, stretch, twist. And then a little release back to center. We'll do some circles going one way. And reverse. And release and shake it out. We're ready to massage on this side, aren't we? So right below the neck where we left off before, that area, the trapezius between the neck and the shoulder, dig in as needed. You got your fingers and thumb, and then continue down through your shoulder, down through your bicep, and behind the tricep, down into the elbow, forearm, both sides, as you work your way down into the wrist, all the way around, into the hand, the palm, the top of the hand, each knuckle, each finger, and finally, your thumb. Again, a little shimmy through the whole body. Let's do the other side now. The other arm comes across your chest. Pull it in with your forearm, your wrist, or your hand, whatever works best for you, right above the elbow and the tricep area. Get some nice leverage, and here we go. Twist and stretch. And then go ahead and back to center, but push that long arm back into your bent arm and feel some resistance, feel some engagement. Shoulders, chest, back, obliques, arms. Slight release, pull back in, stretch, twist. And last time, come on back to center. Push that long arm back into the bent arm. How strong are you getting? Slight release. Last time, pull back in, stretch, twist. Bring it back to center, slight release, and circles going one way. And reverse. And let's release that arm, shake it out, and yes, you guessed it, we're going to massage this side. Again, right below the neck where you left off before, in the trapezius area between the neck and the shoulder. Again, if you want to linger in any area that feels it's asking you to go more, you can. Otherwise, continue down through the shoulder, bicep, tricep, the elbow, and down through your forearm, all the way around each way, each side, if there is a side in the forearm. And the wrist, both sides, down through your hand, the palm, the top of the hand, each knuckle, each finger, and finally, your thumb. And we'll just kind of shake it out a little bit. All right, let's go on down and check into our friend, the core. Again, those lower abdominals between your two hip bones, your pubic bone, and your navel. We want to go ahead and do what's called the pelvic tilt or the coccyx curl. You can choose the name of either one, but as you do that, I want you to try to lift up the pubic bone towards your ceiling or the sky, wherever you are. As you do that, I want you to see if you can feel the lower back trying to lengthen out. You're actually tilting the pelvis a bit, using your abdominals, not your glutes or your thighs. And then release and feel the pelvis kind of tilt back to neutral. One more time. Lift up that pubic bone, feel the lower back lengthening out. It's really difficult when you're standing, and that's why we're giving it a shot. And release. And go ahead and kind of shake it out. All right, let's do our long arm series. We're going to take a long arm and we're going to go back on one side. You can rotate your palm. You can watch it all the way around with a little bit upper torso twist, working your rotator cuff. If you want to watch it all the way around, you're using your tracking muscles or tracking skills with your eyes. Find a rhythm with your breathing, getting more space, more length in the chest for the lung. And we'll go ahead and reverse forward. Same thing, rotating the palm, watching it all the way around. And let's come back, shake it out a little bit. We'll do the other side. Other arm back, again rotating the palm, watching it all the way around. Find a rhythm with your breathing. And let's go forward with that arm now. Same thing, rotating the palm, watching it all the way around. And come on back to center. Shimmy it out a little bit through the body. Deep breath. And let's do both arms back. And rotating your palms if that works well for you. Nice and tall. And here we go forward now. Both arms forward. Continue to rotate palms if that works for you. We're going to go into our upper abdominal curl. Nice and tall again, but this time we're going to reach our arms up and over and reach and then scoop the belly and notch in the chest and hug the beach ball on your lap. And then slowly release it all and come on back to center. Shimmy it out again, and we'll do one more. Arms up and over and reach. Notch in the chest, scoop the belly in and hug the beach ball. And slowly come on back to center. And just kind of shimmy it all out. All right. Your upper body thanks you. Let's go down below. We'll go ahead and hinge at the waist, bring the arms behind you, maybe some space between your feet, and let's go. Leaning on over, hinging the waist, bring the arms up behind you, and then when it feels right for you, just let those arms go and dangle in front. Go ahead and make a contract with gravity now and ask gravity to help you as everything in your body is lengthening out some more. Using your own body weight to help you do that along with gravity. You can grab your elbows if you want, gives you a little bit more traction. You can have soft knees, you can try to straighten one knee and the other, whatever feels right for you, but just imagine, and in reality it could be happening, your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves, your lower back, mid back, upper back, shoulders, they're all lengthening out. And can you get more length on your exhales? And we'll go last call in middle, and now let's work our way over to one side and one leg and focus on the one leg. Same thing, can you get more length on your exhales for your glute, your hamstring, your calf, in this leg, the shin maybe, the thigh, the obliques on this side. If you feel like twisting your torso back behind you, looking over your shoulder, you're welcome to do that. But can you get more length on your exhales? Last call on this side, and we'll slowly work our way back to center, and note how it feels on the one side you just stretched. Should be longer, looser, and maybe you can get more length in center because of that. Again, glutes, hamstrings, calves, lower back, mid back, upper back. Last call in center. Let's work our way over to the other side now. Same thing, glute, hamstring, calf. Maybe the thigh, maybe you're opening your pelvis a little bit more. Can you get more length on your exhales? And here we go, last call on this side, and then slowly work your way back to center. Note how it feels now on both sides. Should be feeling a little more balanced and loose. And just can you get a little bit more length in center? Last call in center now, and then everything on top stays down as you slowly work your way through your feet, through your legs, into your pelvis. And when you get into your pelvis, feel your core and start to stack one vertebra on top of the other through your lower back, your mid back, your upper back, your shoulders, neck, and head. And if you want to keep going with a little extension of the spine after the big flex, bring your shoulders a bit behind you, push the hips forward a little bit, head in line with the spine, deep breath, and come on back to center and shake it all out. Nice. All right, let's keep our arms dangling along the side as we do a little bit more twisting. This time is not so passive, a little bit more active. Just like we did a little bit at the beginning of the class when we were doing our no flow with our head. And we'll just add on now. We can bring our arms up, get a little bit more traction like that. Again, the mid to upper spine are the one is where it really gets the most stretch and twisting. Lower spine is much more difficult because there's bones that are fused down below by your pelvis. Let's release the arms and start to hug our body with our arms as we look over our shoulder. We're going to go ahead now and hold as we hug our body with our arms looking over our shoulder. Deep breath. And we'll come back the other side, do the same thing. And then one more time each way. And last time. And come on back to center, shake it all out. Let's bring our hands on our hips, and we'll do some hip swirling going one way. And reverse. And now let's come back to center. Let's bend our knees a bit. Can we get some eights going in our core and our pelvis? I am not a master of this, but it's worth trying. And reverse. let's come on back to center. Just kind of shake it all out again. Let's imagine our core is a clock now, a vertical clock between our hip bones, our pubic bone, and our navel. And you decide where 12 and 6 o'clock is and where 3 and 9 o'clock is. So let's start with 12 and go to 6. Back to 12. Back to 6. Over to 3. Across to 9. Down to 12 or up to 12, wherever you put it. Up to 6 or down to 6. Over to 3, over to 9, over to 3, 12, 6, 3, 9, 235. All right, shake it all out. We're going to go right into a side lunge. One leg is bent, one leg is long. Shoulders are low and relaxed, lower back is flat. Keep the bent knee from going too far over your foot, and see if you can open up your pelvis a little bit more with the long leg and lengthen things out. You can also use your thigh for traction or leverage if you like with your hands or your forearms. And go ahead, if we want to do the warrior pose, go ahead and turn your foot underneath the bent knee out perpendicular, line it up with the back foot in the middle. And then the torso nice and tall on your pelvis, and arms can come out forward and back. And again, you can work this any way you want. Something I didn't mention earlier, if you need any help with your balance, make sure you have a chair nearby, or a table, or a desk, a wall, a bench, a bed. And then let's go ahead and turn that foot back parallel, and we'll just flow to the other side. Same thing, side lunge to the other side, one leg bent, one leg long. Lower back flat, shoulder low and relaxed. Keep the knee from going too far over your foot. You can use that thigh for traction or leverage, whatever works best for you. Each person can have their own individual way. And if you want to go ahead and do the warrior pose on this side, just turn your foot out perpendicular under the bent knee, line it up with the back foot nice and tall. Torso on the pelvis, arms out forward and back, and then you can work it in any way you'd like. And then come on back to center. I like to heel toe back into center. It's really up to you on how you want to do that. All right, let's do our front lunge. Front leg is bent, the back leg is long. A little bit more of a balance challenge now because your feet are more parallel, so try to lower your center of gravity. Shoulders stay low and relaxed. Maybe a little extension in the lower back. And again, front leg is bent, back leg is long, so you're feeling the stretch in the back leg here. The thigh, the shin, the glute, the hamstring, the calf, the Achilles, the heel, the foot, everything trying to lengthen out back there. You can use your front thigh, again, for leverage if you want. You can flex and point your back foot to have more blood flow. And if you want more of a hip opening of that back leg, just bring your torso up and back a bit. And come on back to center, shake it out. Let's do the other side. Same thing. Front leg is bent, back leg is long. From the side, if you want to see how it looks from the side, like this, again, long leg in the back, front leg bent. Keep the knee from going too far over your foot. Shoulders low and relaxed. Feel a stretch, the glute, the hamstring, the calf, the Achilles, the heel, the foot, the shin, the thigh. You can flex and point your back foot for more blood flow back there. And if you want more of an opening of the hip of the back leg, just bring your torso up and back a bit. And come on back to center, shake it all out. Let's come on down on our knees, and we'll do some knee swirling, going one way. And reverse. And while we're down here, let's go ahead and massage our thighs. Dig in as needed with your fingers, your thumbs. They'll thank you. And then underneath, let's go to the hamstrings. And down below them, the calves. Around front to the shins. And back on up to your kneecaps. All right, now we're going to do some balance work. So again, if you need any help with your balance, just use a table, a chair, a desk, a wall, or otherwise just try it without anything. Some rules, if you want to follow them: find a spot to focus your eyes on. Shoulders stay low and relaxed. Core is very important, so check into your core. Center of gravity now to the standing leg. Arms out as needed for balance, and bring up the opposite leg, bent knee, and rotate the ankle going one way. And rotate the ankle going the other way. And go ahead now and straighten that leg out in front and flex and point the foot. Flex and point, flex and point. Let's keep it flexed as we externally rotate the leg from the hip. Bring it back to center and try the internal with the pigeon toe, a little bit more subtle. Bring it back to center and now point the foot. And again, externally rotate the leg from the hip. Bring it back to center and then try the internal with the pigeon toe. Bring it back to center. Now bring that leg up where the thigh is parallel to the ground. You're checking into your core. Let's just do a little bongoing on this thigh. And now the opposite side arm comes on over and waves. And then out to the side, grab your frisbee, bring it across your chest, over your shoulder, and toss. Very nice. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. Same thing. Focus, core, shoulders, center of gravity, arms as needed, and bring up the leg, bent knee, and rotate the ankle going one way. And rotate the ankle going the other way. And now go ahead and straighten out that leg in front and flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Let's keep it flexed as we externally rotate the leg from the hip. Bring it back to center. Try the internal with the pigeon toe, more subtle of course. Bring it back to center. Let's point the foot now. And again, externally rotate the leg from the hip. Bring it back to center. One more time, internal rotation with the pigeon toe. Back to center. Now bring that leg up where the thigh is parallel with the ground. Check into your core. Bongo it out. And opposite side arm comes up and over and waves. Grab your frisbee out to the side, across your chest, over your shoulder, and toss. Bring it down and shake it out. All right, we're going to go to 2.0. So here we go. Same rules apply. Shoulders, focus, core, center, gravity. Original standing leg, and now bring up the other leg. Grab below the knee and pull it into chest. Continue to rotate the ankle as needed, one way and then the other. And then go ahead now and slide the hand down to the ankle. Bring the leg behind you. Give it a nice tug for the quad stretch. Continue to rotate the ankle as needed. Bring the leg closer to the standing leg. Let's wave overhead with our free hand. And then grab your frisbee out to the side, across your chest, over your shoulder, and toss. I gotta find a flatter spot. Here we go. Last one. Core, focus, center of gravity. Nice breeze come up for a good challenge here. And go ahead and bring up the leg, grab below the knee, pull it into chest. And rotate the ankle going one way. And rotate it going the other way. You can use your opposite arm to help you for balance. And go ahead and slide the hand down to the ankle. Bring the leg behind you. Give it a nice tug for the quad stretch. Continue to rotate as needed. Bring that leg closer to the standing leg. Free arm and hand comes on over and waves overhead. We're grabbing our frisbee out to the side, across our chest, over our shoulder, and toss. Nicely done. Shake it out. Last but not least, our feet. Same rules apply. Center of gravity, right through the center though this time. Otherwise, focus, core, shoulders, and rock and roll up and down. Heels, arches, balls of the feet, toes. Let's go ahead now and swirl around the edges. Feel the toes, feel the edges, feel the heels. And reverse. And let's bring it back to center. Let's just shimmy it out a little bit down below and then on top. And now we're slowly going to articulate up from our heels, through our arches, up to the balls of our feet. The toes are a kickstand helping us stay up. And we'll go ahead now, while we're up here, let's push out some energy from our chest. And then pull it back in. And then push it out to the side. Pull it back in. Push it all the way down into the earth. And then slowly pull it back up through your body, back into your chest. Release the arms and slowly articulate back down through the balls of your feet, through your arches to your heels. Shimmy it out one more time. And here we go, one more time. Heels, arches, balls of the feet. Toes are helping you stay up. Let's bring our arms up for ballet. Let's go ahead and wave to yourselves. Keep the arms up as you slowly articulate down through the balls of your feet, through your arches to your heels, and then bring everything down and shake it out. Very nice job. You can take a moment, take a sip of water, whatever you need to do. We're going to go right to hand weights. All right. If you are ready, let's just grab our hand weights and have long arms first. Just feel the shoulders a little bit, shiver them around a little bit, forward and back, and then let's go ahead with our rotation, long arm rotation. Again, feel it in the shoulders, feel it in the elbows. Now, why don't we go into our walking, running form, whatever works for you. I don't expect you to be walking or running right now, but here's the form. Palms are towards each other. Again, shoulders stay low and relaxed. Lower back is flat. You're checking into your core. Let's go ahead and do palms up and back towards each other. And palms down and back towards each other. Now get your lower body nice and stable, lower back nice and flat as you start to extend out and back with your arms. And we'll go ahead and hold on this extension, forward and back. And then we'll come back to center and reverse. Same thing other side or other way. And come on back to center, and now go into your curl position where your elbows are bent 90 degrees along the side of your body, and just let those weights roll up and down first in the palm of your hand. See if you can manipulate any muscles in your hands. Now go ahead and grab your weights and let's do some wrist curls. And we'll go ahead and turn everything over and do motorcycles. Now we're going to go forward, palms are down, water wheel, dog paddling, whatever name you'd like to attach to it. Let's reverse the arms and go back. And while we're doing that, let's go palms towards each other. Let's go palms up. Let's reverse the arms and go forward again while the palms are up. Let's go palms towards each other, palms down. And then slowly work your way into your goalpost position where your palms are forward. We'll go ahead and wipe 2 off on one side. 1 and 2. We're going to wipe 2 off on the other side. 1 and 2. We'll wipe 2 on the original side. 1 and 2. And wipe 2 on the other side. 1 and 2. And yes, you guessed it. We're wiping off 2 together. 1 and 2, and wiping on 2 together. 1 and 2, and then turn everything over. You're in your curl position. Shake it out. If you get a little burn here and there, just shake it out. Hopefully it dissipates in a short period of time. We'll go and do a set of 10. So here we go, ready, and 1, 2, it's our curls. 3, 4, 5, palms towards each other. 6, 7, nice and tall again. 8, 9, last one. 10, let's go ahead and turn everything forward into your goalpost position, palms forward. We'll go to our flies. We'll do 10. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, palms towards each other if that works for you. 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10, and here we go, everything out to the side, palms are up. We'll do 3 side curls, ready, and 1, 2, 3, and bring everything back out to the side, and we're holding with our palms are up. Let's go forward into the iron cross, palms down, and everything forward. Straight back, straight arms, and we're rowing 6 now, and 1, 2, 3, 4, the last 2, palms towards each other, 5, and 6, push everything out again, palms up and back into your curl position, and shake it out. Deep breath. We'll do one more set, just for fun. Here we go, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, palms towards each other. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one. 10, palms forward into your goalpost position for your flies. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, palms towards each other. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one. Here we are. 10, and out to the side, palms are up. 3 side curls, ready, and 1, 2, 3, bring everything back out to the side, palms are up. Let's hold for just a moment, and then forward to the iron cross, and then palms down, and then everything forward to row 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 2, palms towards each other. 5 and 6, and bring it down and shake it out. Very nice job. Deep breath. All right, let's go right to our triceps. If you can use 2, go ahead and put 2 together. If you're just using 1, put 1 down and then use 1. But be careful as you bring them up and over your head and behind your head. Bend your elbows 90 degrees or more. Bring those elbows and sides of your arms closer to the sides of your heads, and we'll do 6, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one, 6, and be careful as you bring them up and down over your head and back down, and shake it out one more time. Let's finish our weight set with shadow boxing. So just a reminder, you're attacking and protecting at the same time. So as you're attacking, don't lower your arm and hand as much. Let's start with our jabs. I use same side arm and leg. So I go forward and back, maybe a little twist inward and snap at the end. And then come on back to center and reverse. Same thing, I use the same side arm and leg. You can choose what works for you, forward and back, using your whole body, and then come back to center, regroup, and now I go opposite side arm and leg and do my uppercuts. Reminding myself to continue to protect my face with the other, back and forth, and then come back to center and reverse. Same thing, other side. Here we go. Forward and back with our uppercuts. Come on back to center, regroup what's left. Our hook shots, same thing. I go opposite side arm and leg, forward and back, using the obliques, using your shoulder. Come back to center and reverse. Same thing other side. Forward and back, forward and back, and then come on back to center, little twinkle toes, and then finish off with an overhand on one side and the other. Go ahead and put your weights down. Wonderful job, everyone. Again, take a moment, sip of water, and then we'll go right into our mats to finish the class. So, great. All right, so hopefully everybody can see me on the mat. Perfect. All right, so you're on your mat. Let's go ahead and get into our quadruped position. So your hands are below your shoulders, your knees are below your hips. Take a deep breath. Let's just do a little swirling going one way, releasing all that tension and compression that we had from the weights. And then reverse. All right, we're gonna go right into a long arm plank. So our long arms are right, hands and wrists are right below our shoulders, our knees are below the hips. Looking straight down, we're gonna go ahead and slide one leg out, curl the toes under. Go ahead and push down now on their two hands and one foot. Feel the core and just slide the other leg out, and there you are in your plank position. And you're looking straight down, and I'll count down from 5, and when I get down to 5 or to 1 or 0, we'll do a little side planking, and that just means putting one hand in front of your chest and then doing a side plank on that side. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring one hand right to the center below your chest on that side. You can lean back, put one foot in front of the other. The opposite side arm comes on up nice and high. Push those hips up a little bit. Wave. And then we're going to come back to our regular plank position. Get all reorganized. And let's do the other side. So here we go. Other hand comes directly below your chest. And then on that side, just lean back a little bit, one foot in front of the other. Opposite side arm comes up a little bit in front of your body. Push the hips up a little bit. Wave. And then bring everything back down into your regular plank position. We'll do a downward dog just to recover. So let's go ahead and push those hips up and then bring your head between your shoulders. You can pat out your feet a little bit just to loosen up the hamstrings again, the glutes, the calves. And then we'll come right into our regular plank position. We'll finish with 2 push-ups. Try to keep the elbows alongside your body as you come down for 1 and 2. One more downward dog for fun. And come on back down into your original position. And this knees can be wide, toes can touch. And just come on down into the child's pose, arms in front. And just release everything, just let everything go. And then come on back up and let's turn everything over and have a seat. Just kind of shake everything out. We just have a minute or 2 left, so let's just come on down on our back. And just shake it all out, just a little shimmy through the whole body. Just feel gravity pulling everything in, down into the earth. Go ahead and bring up your knees. Shimmy it out again. Let's just do a final pelvic tilt or 2. Remember when we were standing? So go ahead and lift up that pubic bone and feel that lower back flatten into the mat. Definitely can feel it now. And then release. Feel how that pelvis tilts back to neutral. And then one more time. Scoop that belly in. Lift up the pubic bone and feel the lower back flattening into the mat. and release. And then just bring your knees out to the sides of the mat, just to the sides, and then let's just let those knees window wipe or window wash over one way and then the other. Just trying to release a little bit of the pelvis, lower back. And then bring those knees in together. Go ahead and bring your arms out to a T, palms are up, and just let those knees go out over to one side as you look the opposite direction to your open palm. And as you do this, go ahead and take a deep breath into the stretched out lung. And then again, your friend gravity, just let gravity help you release muscles throughout